We've come together to answer some questions about the work of experimental artist David Gordon. Our first question might be, what is an experimental artist? An experimental artist makes work that's personal, unique, not like everybody else. What other kind of artist is there? An unexperimental artist. A bad artist. Next question. Gordon doesn't identify his work as choreography. He says he constructs his pieces. Why? He's perverse. Perhaps he doesn't trust conventional terminology. It's just another experiment. It's not much of an experiment. It's not much of a question. Next question. His work often uses words. How long has he been doing this and why? Since 1962. And why not? Sometimes he has something to say, and he never understands symbolic movement. Words are like music to him. How poetic, how preposterous. Next question. What about his use of non-dance everyday movement? What about his use of conventional dance movement? What about his use of cliché? What about his use of eccentric movement? And gesture. Sounds like he thinks he has the right to use any movement. Sounds downright eclectic to me. Downright is right. Next question. Dorothy and Eileen. Two women manipulate each other and talk about their mothers. What's the question? How did it get made? I know that the movement is set, but the dialogue is improvised. How it got made is academic. How about, is it of any interest? Aren't we entitled to know how or why an artist makes work? Entitled? No. But I want to know why a man would be so interested in a woman's experience with her mother. I think he was interested in a person's experience with a parent. Men have mothers too, unquestionably. Next question. Does anyone know anything about his personal life? I've eaten with him. He likes cold leftovers. He sleeps on his left side and wakes up with wild hair. He plays Scrabble with me. I knew him when he was reading Trollope. I thought he was a bore. I've watched TV with him. He likes old movies. Which brings us to close-up. Yes, like movie close-ups. Oh, I get it. Close-ups. Get it? I got it. What's the question? The question is, close-ups create a sense of intimacy. That's not a question. The question is, do we think we know more because we see more? That's a question. It's not a very good question, but it is a question. What's the answer? Yes. Next question. Were these pieces made for TV? I saw them live on stage. Did video change them? In scale and detail, but they were always intimate pieces. Is Dorothy and Eileen's storytelling or dancing? How many things do you know that are only one thing? Close-up is full of romantic cliches, yet it's oddly touching. What's the problem with that? How do we know what he wants us to feel? He shows you what he cares about. It's not his job to tell you how to feel. Gordon has said, I am not unaffected to this day by the 89th viewing of Elsa Lanchester rising up as the bride of Frankenstein. I think it's very silly and also gorgeous. There is a fondness for dichotomy that I include in my work. As my tongue moves into my cheek, my hand also moves to my heart. Thank you all. Thank you. 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 Thank you.